I needed a fake boyfriend fast. My family's annual reunion was in 2 weeks, and I couldn't face another year of pitying looks and "still single?" questions. So I did something crazy. I hired a guy from a temp agency. Marcus seemed perfect, polite, handsome, and desperately poor enough to need the money. $500 to pretend to love me for 1 weekend. Simple, right? Wrong. Because halfway through dinner, my uncle recognized him from a business magazine. Turns out my poor, fake boyfriend is Marcus Chen, the youngest billionaire in the city, and now he won't let me go. My name is Jasmine Wright, and I'm a 28-year-old accountant living in Chicago. Successful career, nice apartment, good friends. But to my family, I'm incomplete without a man. "Jasmine, when are you bringing someone home?" Mom asked during our weekly call. "Mom, I'm focused on my career." "The reunion is in 2 weeks. Everyone will ask about your love life again." I hung up, frustrated. Last year's reunion was torture, endless questions, blind date setups, pitying looks from married cousins. That's when I saw the ad online. Actors for hire, any occasion. Crazy? Yes. Desperate? Absolutely. 2 days later, I sat in a small office interviewing potential fake boyfriends. The first guy couldn't stop checking his phone. The second smelled like cigarettes. The third kept winking inappropriately. Then Marcus walked in. Tall, well-built, dressed in a simple but clean shirt and jeans. Handsome face with warm brown eyes, short dark hair, and a genuine smile. "Hi, I'm Marcus. I understand you need someone to pretend to be your boyfriend?" His voice was smooth, confident, but not arrogant. "Yes, family reunion, 2 days, $500. "I can do that," he said simply. Perfect. What could go wrong? Jasmine just hired a stranger. What happens next? Like, share, and subscribe. "We should establish rules," I said, pulling out a printed contract I'd prepared. Marcus raised an eyebrow, amused. "You made a contract for a fake relationship?" "I'm an accountant. I plan everything." I pushed the paper toward him. Rule 1, no real feelings. This is business only. Rule 2, physical contact limited to hand-holding and 1 goodbye kiss if necessary. Rule 3, no sharing personal details beyond what's needed for the story. Rule 4, after the reunion, we never contact each other again. He read through it carefully, his expression unreadable. "These rules work for you?" I asked. "They're very thorough." He signed with a pen from his pocket. An expensive-looking pen, I noticed, but didn't think much of it. "Good. Here's $500 cash." I handed him an envelope. "Half now, half after the reunion." He took it without counting. "When do we start practicing?" "Practicing?" "Our story. How we met, how long we've been together, my job, interests. Your family will ask questions. We need to be convincing." He was right. Smart thinking. "Tomorrow evening, my apartment. We'll create our backstory." "It's a date," he said, with a smile that made my heart skip unexpectedly. "Stop it, Jasmine. This is fake. Professional. Nothing more." They're creating a fake romance. Will it become real? Like, share, and subscribe to find out. Marcus arrived at my apartment exactly on time, carrying takeout Chinese food. "I figured we'd need dinner while we work," he explained. Thoughtful. I liked that. We sat on my couch with notebooks, creating our fictional relationship. "How did we meet?" I asked. "Coffee shop," he suggested. Classic, believable. You spilled coffee on me, apologized profusely. I asked you out to make up for your clumsiness. I laughed. "Why am I the clumsy one?" "Because you're cute when you're flustered." He said it so naturally I almost believed we were really dating. Focus, Jasmine. "How long have we been together?" 6 months. Long enough to be serious, not so long that they'll expect an engagement. Smart, again. "What do you do for work?" I asked. He hesitated for just a second. "I'm in business consulting, helping companies improve operations." That's vague. It's boring. Trust me, your family won't ask details. We spent 3 hours building our fictional relationship. Favorite restaurants, inside jokes, reasons we complement each other. By the end, our fake relationship felt surprisingly real. "You're good at this," I admitted. "So are you." His eyes held mine for a moment too long. The air between us felt charged with something I couldn't name. Is there fake chemistry becoming real? Like, share, and subscribe to find out. We should practice in public, Marcus suggested. Make sure we can pull this off convincingly. He was right. A fake date would be good practice. Saturday afternoon, we met at Millennium Park. Sunny day, perfect for walking and pretending to be in love. Marcus took my hand naturally as we walked. His hand was warm, strong, and felt strangely right in mine. Tell me about your family. I need to know what I'm walking into. Mom's traditional, thinks women need marriage to be complete. Dad's quiet but judgmental. My sister Rachel is perfect, married, 2 kids, everything Mom wanted. Then there's me, the successful career woman who doesn't fit their expectations. Exactly. Their loss, he said simply. You're accomplished, independent, intelligent. That's something to celebrate. I looked at him, surprised. You barely know me. I know enough. His thumb stroked my hand gently. A woman passing by smiled at us. You two make such a lovely couple. Marcus pulled me closer, kissing my temple. Thank you. She's everything to me. The woman walked away, charmed. That was convincing, I whispered. Was I acting? He asked quietly. Before I could respond, my phone rang. Mom. Jasmine, I'm at Millennium Park with your Aunt Susan. Where are you? My blood ran cold. Near the bean? Perfect. We're coming to you. Surprise encounter. Will they pass the test? Like, share, and subscribe. She's coming here? Now? Marcus asked calmly while I panicked. Yes, this wasn't supposed to happen yet. Jasmine, look at me. He cupped my face gently. We've practiced. We know our story. Just follow my lead. His confidence steadied me. Mom appeared 2 minutes later, Aunt Susan in tow, both dressed expensively and looking curious. Jasmine! Mom's eyes immediately went to Marcus, then our joined hands, then back to his face. Who's this? Mom, Aunt Susan, this is Marcus, my boyfriend. Marcus extended his free hand, professional and warm. Mrs. Wright, it's wonderful to finally meet you. Jasmine talks about you constantly. Mom shook his hand, scrutinizing him. Boyfriend? How long has this been going on? 6 months, Marcus answered smoothly. I wanted to meet you sooner, but Jasmine insisted on waiting until we were serious. 6 months? Mom's expression was unreadable. And you're just telling me now? I wanted to be sure, I said quickly. You know how you can be about my relationships. Aunt Susan jumped in. What do you do, Marcus? Business consulting. Nothing as impressive as Jasmine's work. She's the brilliant one in this relationship. He said it with such genuine admiration that even I almost believed him. Mom's expression softened slightly. Well, we'll see you both at the reunion then. After they left, I exhaled. That was terrifying. You did great, Marcus said. We're convincing. Too convincing, actually. They fooled Mom, but for how long? Like, share, and subscribe. The reunion was 5 days away. Marcus and I met twice more to practice. Dinner at a restaurant, a movie where he draped his arm around me naturally. Each time we were together, the line between fake and real blurred more. Thursday night, he cooked dinner at his place, a surprisingly nice apartment in an upscale neighborhood. I thought you needed the money, I asked, looking around at the expensive furniture. He tensed slightly. I've been saving, lived cheaply for years. It made sense, I supposed. Over wine and pasta, our conversation drifted from scripted backstory to real life. Why are you really single? He asked. Beautiful, successful, funny. Men should be lining up. I was engaged once, 3 years ago. He left me 2 months before the wedding for his secretary. Classic cliche. He was an idiot. Maybe I wasn't enough. Marcus reached across the table, taking my hand. Jasmine, listen to me. You are more than enough. You're extraordinary. Any man would be lucky to have you for real. The intensity in his eyes made my breath catch. Marcus, this is supposed to be fake. I know, he whispered, but it's not feeling fake anymore. Not to me. He leaned closer. I should have pulled away. Instead, I met him halfway. Our first real kiss was nothing like I'd imagined a fake relationship would feel. They kissed for real. What now? Like, share, and subscribe. We pulled apart, both breathing hard. That wasn't part of the contract, I whispered. No, it wasn't. Marcus looked conflicted. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Don't apologize, I touched his face. I wanted it too. Marcus, there's something I should tell you. My phone rang. Mom again. The reunion venue changed, she announced. It's now at the Crystal Heights Hotel. Very fancy. Make sure Marcus wears a proper suit. Mom, that's the most expensive hotel in Chicago. Your uncle is paying. He wants to show off. See you Saturday. After she hung up, I turned to Marcus. Crystal Heights. That's black tie level fancy. I'm sorry, I know you probably don't have… I have a suit, he said quickly. Don't worry about it. What were you going to tell me before? He hesitated. Just that this weekend will be complicated for both of us. Are you sure you want to go through with this? It's too late to back out now. Right, of course. Something flickered in his expression. Regret? Relief? I couldn't tell. That night, lying in bed, I touched my lips, remembering our kiss. This was supposed to be simple, business, fake. When had it become so real? And why did Marcus seem like he was hiding something? Marcus is hiding something. What is it? Like, share, and subscribe. Saturday arrived too quickly. Marcus picked me up in a car that seemed too nice for someone supposedly struggling financially, a sleek BMW. You rent this? I asked. Borrowed from a friend. Wanted to make a good impression. He looked devastating in his tailored black suit. Not rented, I could tell. Custom fitted, expensive fabric. You clean up well, I said. So do you. His eyes traveled over my red dress appreciatively. You're going to be the most beautiful woman there. At Crystal Heights, the ballroom was filled with my extended family. 50 people, all dressed expensively, all curious about my mysterious boyfriend. Ready? Marcus offered his arm. As I'll ever be. We entered together. Conversations stopped. All eyes turned to us. Mom rushed over immediately. Jasmine, Marcus, come meet everyone. For an hour, we circulated. Marcus was perfect, charming, attentive, remembering everyone's names. He handled intrusive questions smoothly. What's your family background? Aunt Carol asked nosily. Modest. My parents worked hard to give me opportunities. Not a lie, but vague enough. Everything was going perfectly. Then Uncle Richard arrived, late as usual, making a grand entrance. He was a successful businessman, always bragging about his connections and deals. He saw Marcus and froze. Marcus Chen? Uncle Richard's voice carried across the room. The Marcus Chen? Everyone turned to look. My stomach dropped. Something was very wrong. Uncle Richard knows Marcus. What's happening? Like, share, and subscribe. Uncle Richard, you know Marcus? I asked, confused. Know him? Uncle Richard laughed loudly. Jasmine, do you have any idea who your boyfriend is? Marcus's face had gone pale but composed. He's Marcus Chen, Uncle Richard announced to the entire room, founder and CEO of Chen Industries, the youngest billionaire in Chicago. His face was on the cover of Forbes last month. The room erupted in whispers. I felt like the floor had dropped out from under me. Billionaire? I turned to Marcus, my voice shaking. You're a billionaire? Jasmine, let me explain. You let me hire you? You took my money. Humiliation burned through me. You let me think you were poor and desperate. I can explain everything. You lied to me. Tears threatened, but I refused to cry in front of everyone. This whole time you were lying? I ran from the ballroom, ignoring Mom's shocked face, ignoring Marcus calling my name. I made it to the hotel garden before he caught up. Jasmine, please. Don't touch me, I jerked away. Was this fun for you, watching the stupid girl who thought she was helping a poor guy? Did you laugh about it? No, it wasn't like that. Then what was it like? Explain now. His jaw clenched. I saw your ad online. I was intrigued. A woman hiring a fake boyfriend. It was different, real. So you decided to play pretend, slumming it with regular people? I decided to meet someone who might like me for me, not my money. The truth is out. Will Jasmine forgive him? Like, share, and subscribe. You don't understand what it's like, Marcus said, his voice raw. I built Chen Industries from nothing, worked 20-hour days for 10 years. Now I'm rich and everyone wants something. Investors want money, women want the lifestyle, family wants handouts. Nobody just wants Marcus. So you lied to me instead? I didn't lie. You assumed I was poor. I just didn't correct you. He ran his hair through his hair, frustrated. When I walked into that office and you looked at me like I was just a regular guy, no recognition, no dollar signs in your eyes, it felt amazing. I thought I was helping you. You were, not with money, but with something real. You treated me like a person. You laughed at my jokes, shared your life with me, kissed me because you wanted to, not because of what I could buy you. His words made painful sense, but the hurt was still fresh. You still should have told me. I know, I tried several times, but I was terrified you'd look at me differently, that you'd see the money instead of me. And taking my $500? I donated it to charity the same day. I never wanted your money, Jasmine. I wanted you. I sank onto a garden bench, my mind spinning. This is insane. I know. My family thinks I knew. They think I'm a gold digger who landed a billionaire. Let me fix this. I'll tell them the truth. And say what? That I hired you? That's worse. What will they do now? Like, share, and subscribe. I have an idea, Marcus said carefully. It's crazy, but hear me out. Crazier than this whole situation? We keep pretending, but now with my real identity. What? No. Listen, your family already believes we're together. If we suddenly break up tonight, they'll ask questions, feel sorry for you. But if we stay together through the reunion, you get what you wanted. They stop pestering you about being single. And I get… What? What do you get? More time with you. A chance to prove that the man you've gotten to know these past 2 weeks is the real me, billionaire or not. This is insane. You keep saying that because it keeps getting more insane. I stood, pacing. Marcus, we barely know each other. Everything was based on a lie. Not everything. The conversations were real, the laughter was real, that kiss was real. He stepped closer. What you feel for me, that's real too. I know it is because I feel it too. This is supposed to be fake. It stopped being fake the moment I walked into your apartment and saw your bookshelf organized alphabetically. When you told me about your ex and I wanted to find him and punch him. When you fell asleep on my couch and I watched you sleep thinking I'd never seen anyone so beautiful. My heart was racing. Marcus, just through the reunion, then we'll figure out what's real and what's not. Please. Against all logic, I nodded. Fine, but no more lies. No more lies, he promised. They're staying together. What happens next? Like, share, and subscribe. Walking back into that ballroom was the hardest thing I'd ever done. Every eye turned to us. Mom intercepted us immediately. Jasmine Marie Wright, we need to talk. Mom. Mrs. Wright, Marcus interrupted politely but firmly. May I speak with you privately, you, Jasmine, and Mr. Wright? 10 minutes later, we sat in a private conference room. Mom and Dad both looked stern. I owe you both an apology, Marcus began. I met Jasmine under, unconventional circumstances. She didn't know who I was initially. When she found out, she was understandably upset. The fault is entirely mine. Why the secrecy? Dad asked, speaking for the first time. Because in my world, everyone wants something. Jasmine treated me like a person, not a bank account. It was refreshing, addictive. I should have been honest sooner. And now? Mom's eyes were sharp. What are your intentions with our daughter? Marcus looked directly at me. To prove I'm worthy of her. To show her that the man she's gotten to know is who I really am. And if she'll let me, to build something real with her. Mom's expression softened slightly. Jasmine, I'm still figuring this out, Mom, but I'm willing to try. That seemed to satisfy her. Parents approve, but what about Jasmine's heart? Like, share, and subscribe. The reunion continued. With Marcus's identity revealed, he became the center of attention. Everyone wanted to talk to the billionaire. I watched him handle it gracefully, charming but not arrogant, wealthy but not flashy. Jasmine? I turned to find my ex-fiancé, David. I hadn't known he'd be here. David, what are you doing here? Your cousin invited me. We work together now. His eyes went to Marcus across the room. Is that really Marcus Chen, the billionaire? Yes. And you're dating him? Jealousy dripped from every word. You moved on fast and impressively up the wealth ladder. Not that it's your business, but I moved on 3 years ago when you cheated on me. That was a mistake. Sarah didn't mean anything. But I did, apparently, so little that you threw away our engagement for a fling. I was an idiot. I've regretted it every day since. He stepped closer. When I heard you were single, I'd been planning to reach out, ask for another chance. Not interested. Because of him? His money? Because of me. I deserve better than someone who betrayed me. Jasmine. Marcus appeared beside me, his hands settling on my waist. Problem here? Marcus, this is David, my ex-fiancé. Marcus's expression went cold, lethal even. The one who left you? That's me, David said, attempting confidence. And you are? The one who won't. David's back. Will he cause trouble? Like, share, and subscribe. After the confrontation with David, Marcus suggested we step outside for air. On the hotel terrace overlooking Chicago's lights, we finally talked honestly. That was intense. You looked ready to hit him. I was. Still am, honestly. Marcus leaned against the railing. Is that the first time you've seen him since the breakup? Yes, it was harder than I expected. Do you still have feelings for him? What? No, God, no. I moved beside him, but seeing him reminded me of how much he hurt me, how hard it was to trust anyone after that. And now you're supposed to trust a man who lied to you from the beginning. You didn't lie, you just omitted major details. Jasmine, I need you to understand something. He turned to face me fully. I've dated women who saw only the money, who changed their personality to fit what they thought I wanted, who stayed for the lifestyle, not the man. It's exhausting and lonely. So when I hired you, I saw a chance to just be myself. No expectations, no pressure. Just Marcus, not Marcus Chen, billionaire. I get that, I really do. But Marcus, I'm not equipped for your world. I'm an accountant. I live in a modest apartment. I shop at Target. So your life is board meetings and Forbes covers and $1 million deals. And I trade all of it for one honest conversation with you over takeout Chinese food. They're being honest. Is this real love? Like, share, and subscribe. Sunday morning, I woke to 37 missed calls. Marcus was already texting. Don't read the news, I'm coming over. Stay calm. Too late. I was already Googling. Billionaire Marcus Chen's secret romance. Did he hire his girlfriend? The article had photos from the reunion, quotes from anonymous sources, probably David, and speculation about our relationship. Sources say Jasmine Wright hired Marcus Chen through a temp agency, not knowing his identity, but others suggest she knew all along and pursued him deliberately. Is this a modern Cinderella story or a gold digger scheme? I felt sick. Marcus arrived 20 minutes later, stressed. My PR team is handling it. Your PR team? Marcus, this is my life, my reputation. People think I'm either an idiot or a gold digger. I know, and I'm sorry. This is my fault. I should have anticipated. How? How could anyone anticipate this level of crazy? My phone rang. Mom. Jasmine, have you seen the news? People are calling me asking questions. What's happening? Mom, it's complicated. Come to the house now. You and Marcus. We need to talk as a family. She hung up before I could respond. Marcus and I looked at each other. Family meeting, I said weakly. I faced hostile corporate takeovers. How bad can it be? You've clearly never experienced a Wright family intervention. Media scandal. How will they handle this? Like, share, and subscribe. My parents' house was full. Not just Mom and Dad, but Rachel, her husband, Aunt Carol, Uncle Richard, even some cousins. All there to discuss my situation. Marcus and I sat on the couch like defendants at trial. This has become embarrassing. The whole family is being questioned about your relationship. Let her explain, Dad said quietly. I took a deep breath. I hired Marcus to pretend to be my boyfriend for the reunion. I was tired of being the single disappointment of the family. He responded to my ad. I didn't know who he really was. Gasps around the room. You hired him? Rachel's eyes were wide. That's actually kind of genius. Jasmine, Mom scolded. What? We've all put pressure on her about being single. She found a creative solution. Dishonest solution, Aunt Carol corrected. Mrs. Wright, Mr. Wright, all of you, Marcus spoke up. Jasmine did hire me, yes, but what happened afterward, what's happening now, is completely real. I fell for her. Hard. These past 2 weeks have been the most genuine, happy weeks I've had in years. Because she's so wealthy and can offer you so much, Aunt Carol said sarcastically. Marcus stood, his voice firm but controlled. I'm a billionaire. I don't need her money. What I need is her laugh, her intelligence, her honesty, and her kindness. Things money can't buy. The room fell silent. Uncle Richard chuckled. I like him. The family's divided. What will Jasmine decide? Like, share, and subscribe to find out. After the family meeting, Marcus and I drove in silence. You can drop me at my apartment, I said quietly. Can we talk first? Really talk? We ended up at Navy Pier, walking along the water as sunset painted the sky. This is a mess, I said. The biggest mess of my life, and I've had some significant business disasters. Despite everything, I smiled. Jasmine, I know this is complicated. I know I made mistakes, but I also know what I feel for you is real. The question is, what do you feel? I stopped walking, looking out at the water. I feel confused, overwhelmed, like my life spun out of control in 2 weeks. That's not what I asked. I also feel, I forced myself to be honest, something real. When we're together, I forget about the money, the scandal, the lies. I just feel happy, safe, seen. Then what's stopping us? Fear. What if this is just the excitement of a crazy situation? What if when things calm down, we realize we have nothing in common? Then we'll discover that together. But Jasmine, I don't believe that's true. I think we have everything that matters in common. Values, humor, the things we want from life. And what do you want from life? He pulled me close. Right now, you, just you. That's not enough to build a relationship on. Then let's build one properly. Real dates, real conversations, real time to figure out if this works. No pressure, no scandal, just us. Will she take the chance? Like, share, and subscribe to find out. Okay, I said finally, but we do this right. We start over properly. Deal, Marcus smiled, genuinely relieved. Hi, I'm Marcus Chen. I'm a workaholic billionaire who doesn't know how to relax. I have trust issues and a tendency to overthink everything. I also think you're the most amazing woman I've ever met. I laughed. Hi, I'm Jasmine Wright. I'm a control freak accountant who plans everything to death. I have family baggage and trust issues from a bad relationship. I also think you're infuriating and wonderful at the same time. Would you like to go on a real first date with me? Yes, but I plan it. I pay. Normal people date. Jasmine, I'm a billionaire. No, we do this my way first. If this is going to work, you need to understand my world too. He considered this, then nodded. Fair enough. When? Friday night, meet me at my apartment at 7. The week passed slowly. Marcus sent flowers daily, not expensive arrangements, but single roses with handwritten notes. Monday, thinking of you. Tuesday, can't wait for Friday. Wednesday, you've ruined me for anyone else. Thursday, tomorrow can't come soon enough. His PR team had managed to calm the media storm. The story shifted from scandal to modern romance, how a billionaire found love. Friday arrived. Marcus showed up at 7 sharp, dressed casually, jeans and a nice shirt. Where are we going? He asked. You'll see. I drove us to my favorite taco truck in a regular neighborhood. Tacos? He looked surprised but pleased. Best in Chicago and affordable. Their real first date. Will it work? Like, share, and subscribe to find out. We ate tacos sitting on a park bench watching kids play basketball nearby. This is perfect. Seriously, I can't remember the last time I just relaxed like this. No board meetings, no million-dollar decisions, just tacos. Just us. After dinner, I drove us to a vintage arcade. Skee ball? Marcus laughed. I haven't played this since I was 12. Then you're about to lose to a champion. We played for 2 hours. Skee ball, air hockey, racing games. Marcus was competitive and fun. Nothing like the intense businessman I'd seen in photos. You're different, I observed as we left, arms full of tickets we'd won. So are you. More relaxed, less guarded. Maybe because this feels real, not fake, not forced. Just easy. He stopped walking, turning to face me. Jasmine, I need to say something. Okay? I know we're starting over. I know we're taking it slow. But I also need you to know that I am falling in love with you. Have been since you spilled that entire container of lo mein on your couch and laughed instead of crying. You're real in a world full of fake, and I don't want to let that go. My heart raced. Marcus, you don't have to say it back. I just needed you to know. But I did want to say it back, because somewhere between the fake relationship and the media scandal and the family drama, I'd fallen too. I'm falling too, I whispered. It terrifies me, but I'm falling. They're in love for real. What happens now? Like, share, and subscribe. 3 months later, Marcus and I stood on his penthouse balcony overlooking the Chicago skyline. We'd taken things slow. Real dates, real conversations, meeting each other's worlds. I'd visited Chen Industries, seeing him work. He was brilliant, fair, and passionate about his company. He'd spent weekends at my apartment, eating takeout and watching movies, just being normal. Both worlds mattered. Both were real. I have something for you, Marcus said, pulling out a small box. If that's an engagement ring, it's too soon, I warned. He laughed. Not an engagement ring, though I'm planning that for about 6 months from now if you're interested. Maybe. Open the box. Inside was a key. A key? To my place. Move in with me. Not as my employee or my fake girlfriend, as my real girlfriend, my partner, the woman I love more than anything. Marcus, your place is a penthouse. Mine is, I don't care where we live. Here, your apartment, a tent in the woods. I just want to be with you. I took the key, tears in my eyes. This is crazy. 3 months ago, I hired you for $500. Best money you never actually paid me. I was so desperate to prove I wasn't single and pathetic. And instead, you found someone who thinks you're extraordinary exactly as you are. I love you, I said, finally letting myself fully believe it. Billionaire, businessman, or just Marcus, I love you. I love you too. Accountant, planner, taco enthusiast, I love all of you. We kissed as the sun set over Chicago. My family had stopped asking when I'd get married. Now they asked when Marcus would propose. My ex David had tried to apologize. I'd politely declined to care. The media had moved on to other scandals. And Marcus? He'd installed a bookshelf in his penthouse, organized alphabetically just like mine. So, I said, pulling back from the kiss, 6 months until you propose? Give or take. Why? Just planning. I'm an accountant. I need timelines. Of course you do. He kissed me again. I'm counting on you to plan our wedding. It'll be perfect because you don't do anything halfway. Damn right. I'd hired a poor guy to pose as my boyfriend. Instead, I found a billionaire who loved me for exactly who I was. Sometimes the best things in life are the ones you never planned for. Sometimes love finds you in the most unexpected ways. And sometimes the person you hire to fake a relationship becomes the realest thing in your life. Did you love Jasmine and Marcus's story? Like, share, subscribe, and comment which was your favorite chapter. Should there be a sequel about their wedding? Let us know.